Hi
Hello.
there. My name is Alex, and again, I'm studying to be an audiologist.
And I'm Grace, and I'm studying to be a speech-language pathologist. And Anatomy Bob is back with us this week. And we are going to be talking about articulation, resonance, and swallowing.
So, all of these functions are really important, and they work in conjunction with each other because we need to. Resonance uses the airstream with our breath, and articulation uses this airstream to create speech sounds. And so I'll begin by talking about the articulatory system. The most important structures of this will be the lips, the tongue, and the soft palate, which is also the velum. This is going to be inside our mouth. And it's important to know that this helps to create our speech sounds because the lips help move by pressing them together or keeping our mouths open to create words. The tongue allows for different placement within the mouth to create more airstream or reduce airstream while we're creating words and expressing ourselves. And then the soft palate helps to press against the wall of the pharynx, and it closes off the nasal cavity. And if we didn't have this in speech, everything would sound extremely nasal. And this goes in conjunction with resonation.
Yes.
So what is resonation?
Yes,
Grace?
what is it? So resonance is the airflow that goes through our oral and nasal cavity and produces the way we sound when we talk. So most of our sounds go through our mouth, but some go through our nose. And those are these ones. So M, which is gonna be like man, and then N, which is like nose, and then the NG sound, which is like ring or bring. So those kind of resonate through our nose. The different disorders that are in relation with resonance are hyper, so that is when too much air is going through our nose when we're speaking, and then hypo is when it kind of sounds like a stuffy nose because of too little air going through our nose. Now, swallowing is related to both, like what Alex said, is related to articulation and resonance because it's all the same anatomy. They all have different functions, but they're all working in the nasal, oral, and pharyngeal cavities. So to SLPs and audiologists, we need to know these anatomies and functions because this is where we're working on our patients.
Yeah, and even with audiology, sometimes people with a hearing loss or people living while deaf, this will affect how they sound when they talk too. Some words might not come out the same way as a person with normal hearing would be able to hear it or express themselves with. And along with all this, we also use our facial muscles to help create the words that we need to make conversation. And it's important to know about these structures because if any one of these are not working in the proper way, then as SLPs, we need to make sure that we need to help them to get past this. So the levator labis superioris, the zygomatic minor will help raise the upper lip. When we close the jaw, that's by using our masseter. The orbicularis oris helps purses our lips. The buccinator pulls the lips wide and tight and is also involved in chewing. By lowering our lips, this is done with the depressor labii. And the masseter elevates our mandible or our jaw. And the digastrus depresses the mandible, which lowers it. So,
if one of these isn't working, it's going to affect the others because they are so tiny. These muscles are so tiny, and they're all working with our mouth and our jaw. So if one of them is not working properly, it's going to affect the way those muscles are working.
Yeah, and also some of the primary purposes of these muscles will be chewing, or also called mastication, and this allows for the preparation of swallowing our food. And then the swallowing process is called deglutition, and articulation will be helping us form speech sounds, which is important in everyday life, as well as eating and swallowing. These are all functions we need to get by.
Yes. So thank you for watching.
Yeah, thanks.